What? What the hell, Reda? What do you got for your daily, Reda? Are you serious, Reda, right now? What have you got, Reda? In the daily selection, you actually have a legendary. You got over here two little crappy things for the weekly, but you got a legendary here? What the actual hell, Reda? Why was it not part of the weekly selection? Good God, man! I don't believe this. Out of nowhere, we're seeing I'm not even going to pronounce that blade. 420 pieces of opal. I'm Dark Shadow, the YouTube Assassin. Let's discuss Reda and these dailies. So I was absolutely shocked to see that Reda actually had this legendary blade. And this kind of causes a problem because you never know what you're going to get daily or weekly. This is actually a pretty cool looking dagger, and I actually want it. But as you can see, it's 120 opal. And as you can also see, my booty does not have 120 opal. I've only got 40. Now this poses a problem. I didn't buy either of these other things. I bought something the other day from a daily, which I thought was kind of cool. I thought I would have had more time to buy something during his weekly resets, but of course not. I already bought this, but I wanted to buy the other stuff. Now this causes a problem. Of course, he has the daily quests, but I've only received 2 of them, and of the 2, you get 5 of the opal for completing each one. If you do the weekly, you get 20 for it. So you're looking at 30 right there on Tuesday. But for the rest of the week, everything included, it only equates to 90 opal. And that's a major problem, especially if they've got a bunch of things that you want at the beginning of the week or now, even daily. So this is kind of unbalanced. This isn't even close to Sargon balance. Believe it or not, Sargon was more balanced because we could go around the map and collect all of the opal or the ore in Odyssey, and there was a ton of it. It was tight-knit. It was really easy to get to. You might have had to climb mountains or dive into like the ocean or something like that, but you did have an opportunity to collect every single piece of ore on Odyssey's map. On this game, on Valhalla, it's really not that simple. You have to go around the map. You have to find the various pieces of opal. I mean, even if you have the map for the opal, it's really not cut and dry. You got to enter buildings. You got to discover areas where, you know, you might have to like kind of sort it out, do some brain work to get into the house or the building and stuff like that. And then you'd be able to find the opal. Like here, this one was actually pretty easy. All I had to do was just jump through the window. So that just made it a little bit easier, but not everything is like that. Not everything is, you know, you're able to climb or anything like that. You're going to go in caves. You got to open up wells. You got to do stuff like that. So this system is kind of broken. At least with Odyssey, we got 40 pieces of ore per the weekly, and they gave us 2 weeklies, so that was 80, and then every day you only got 10, which, you know, that was fine. You still had like plenty of ore in order to like get what you needed. This game, you only get 10 pieces per day, and then weekly you only get 20 pieces. So there is no way to actually get even more than that. There are no ranks or anything like that, like they were in Odyssey, where if you got a higher rank, you could actually go and get at least 10% more of the ore. Like they don't have anything like this with the opal. So it's very limited, and it's going to take way longer to get what you want throughout the week. Like I said before, this is really posing a problem. It's really not very good. Like in this case, I'm actually searching through a dungeon in order to find one piece of opal. Now, this isn't so bad, but you have to figure out exactly how to get through this dungeon. If I'm in a race against time, like some of you guys, you come home from work, you've got maybe 3-4 hours of playtime, if that. You're not going to be able to get all this opal that you need in order to get this, even if you haven't touched any of the opal on the map. So we really do need an easier or better way of collecting opal. Obviously, from now on, we're going to have to like save it. Everything that you do get from the store that they have, the Ubisoft store, not the club, not this Connect, from the actual store. That's where all that stuff comes from. But it makes no sense to spend 50 opal on a piece. Like yesterday, I got a ship part for 50 opal. It was a Valkyrie shield for my Raiders, and it actually looked kind of cool. So I was like, okay, I'll spend 50 on this. I'll still have time to get other stuff at the end of the week when the new weekly reset comes up. But that wasn't the case. So now this piece, this is what it is, and you could get it off the store. And, you know, it looks decent. It actually looks pretty cool. I actually really do want it. And if I'm going to spend real money, I'm going to spend 350 Helix credits. And that's not going to work. In order to, like, just get that, you got to spend $5 only for 500 Helix credits. That's absolute crap. Then only 10 for 1050, 20 for 2300, and they go up. Why would I spend that money just for this one thing? And then as you look, there are so many other things that you can purchase, and this is going to be like a lot of money. Like, look at these things. This, I've already got most of it, and I still need 750 Helix credits to get the rest of it. I really don't understand why they jacked up the prices like this, but this goes with like my other video where I was talking about how, you know, even when the store is working, I'm not going to pay for silver. You got to be out of your mind. So now I'm really not going to go that deep into Helix credits, but this is like really bizarre. So I don't know if it's all the same. I don't know if you have the same dailies that I do or the same weeklies. I would assume you have the same weeklies, but let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this? Do you have the same weeklies? Do you have the same dailies? Were you taken by surprise by this? And are you just doing like Odyssey where you're saving your opal until you find the right item? Other than that, I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until the next time, take care. And a big F you, Reda. You should have told me you were going to have this. While I'm doing that, if you would be so kind and you like what we do at the channel here, by all means, please consider supporting it. You could go over to the store tab or even below the video and check out the items that we have for sale. We have t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and whatnot. Every dollar you spend goes towards the channel. Now, if you'd like to be sponsored, if you'd like to be a sponsor of the weekly podcast that we do every Friday, by all means, give me an email at stridernet@gmail.com and I'll answer you back and we'll talk about sponsoring your product or your website and getting it in the podcast several times for people to see and possibly enjoy. Again, thank you so much for all the donations and all the support. I greatly appreciate it, and it's very humbling. Thank you.